Tuesday, the 3rd of August, 2021. I trust you're having a good week. May the Lord bless you as you go through the day. And a lot of people on the holidays this time of year, and it just kind of feels like a holiday season, which is kind of nice. I was thinking about Ecclesiastes yesterday. We looked at the end of Ecclesiastes that talked about, let us hear the conclusion of the whole matter, fear God and keep his commandments, because this is the whole duty of man. And I got thinking about some other little tidbits that we have in the book of Ecclesiastes. That Solomon is going through this whole routine, trying to figure things out. He does hit some good viewpoints. He hits some good things that are important to hear. One of those we find in Ecclesiastes 4, starting with verse 9. Two are better than one because they have a good reward for their labor. And if they fall, the one will lift up his fellow. But woe to him who is alone when he fails, for there is no one to help him up again. Again, the two lie together and they have heat, but can one be warm alone? But if one prevail against him, two shall withstand him, and a threefold cord is not easily broken. I've always liked this picture of the threefold cord. I remember years and years ago in Bible study, one of the guys came in and had just come across the Polish believer who was at our church way back then. And he came in and was just overjoyed by this thought that he'd found about the threefold cord is not easily broken. Something we tend to forget. Recently Mary and I did a Spotify playlist of just some of our favorite songs of kind of oldies, and one of the songs that we like the sound of, but it's a terrible philosophy, with Simon and Garfunkel's "I'm a Rock, I'm an Island," and he talked about how he doesn't need anybody when they sing that song. A rock feels no pain, and an island never dies, and all this kind of stuff. And with the idea, obviously, the mistaken idea, and that's the whole point of the song, that we can do okay alone. I can be okay by myself. I don't need anybody. And it's a crazy notion. A lot of people try to do that, but as Solomon was this wise man, as he was looking for wisdom, he mentioned, one of the tidbits he mentioned is that we need each other. Here the passage is talking about that two are better than one, because if you're by yourself and you fall, there's nobody to pick you up. He says that two can keep each other warm. Then he says in verse 12, the key verse for this little devotional thought, two shall, if one is going to prevail, if one person can be defeated by one, two can withstand somebody, and a threefold cord is not quickly broken. One of us all by ourselves are easily defeated. We're easily broken. We're not rocks. We're not made to be rocks. We're made to be beings, and being alone, trying to accomplish things alone is tough. I remember doing jobs years ago, doing hanging sheet metal, and when you're hanging 8-foot lengths of sheet metal ducting, it's a tough job for one man. There's a way you can do it. They have little clamps you can put up once. You can hold up one side and you go to the other and work it into place and join it together. Really, really hard to do. We can do it, but it's a really hard thing to do. It's much easier to have somebody else on the other end, and that's the way life generally is. It's easier to have somebody else on the other end. He said, but if one of us is attacked, if you're attacked by yourself, you can be easily defeated. And yet when there's two of you, it's even stronger. Then it says a threefold cord is not easily broken. We need to treasure the friendships we have. We need to treasure people in our lives who are there for us and who are there with us and give us the strength we need to get through these little daily struggles and the daily bothers that come into our life. We need to rejoice that two are stronger than one, and even more than that, a threefold cord is not easily broken. Three people standing together can accomplish a lot. That's kind of, I think, the reason why we have church. We have church because we're all joined together. We are unified. We have one spirit. We find strength in numbers. And it's much more difficult to be broken spiritually when we're in church with everybody else. Because a threefold cord, or a 10-fold, or a 20-fold, or a 1,000-fold cord is not going to be easily broken. We need each other as believers. We have Christ on our side. Yes, he gives us all power. Yes, that's true. But at the same time, when we're standing alone and nobody else is there, it's easy to be defeated. Thank God for friends. Thank God for brothers and sisters in Christ. Thank God for those one or two special people in your life who, when you need them, they come alongside you and they bind you together, and they make an unbreakable union. A threefold cord not easily broken. Thank God for friends. Thank God for church. And folks, we really do need each other, because really no man is an island. No man stands alone. And I thank God that he gives us this reminder. Treasure our friendships. Treasure those who we can depend on in tough times.